Richard seemed to have a procedure on his hand?
Yeah, I had a little surgery on his thumb. He injured it the other day in the game, played the rest of the game, with it injured. Had a procedure done on his thumb yesterday. He's a little sore today. We expect him to go tomorrow.
Wow.
So it's one of those things. I think they can get him wrapped up, and I think he'll be able to practice tomorrow. That's fine.
You expect him to play Saturday?
I do. Yeah, expect him to play Saturday.
With soft cast?
Yeah, well, I think it's just going to be basically kind of a thumb immobilizer. They'll basically, I don't know what they do, immobilize his thumb, but I don't know how they do it. So I think they're going to play with it tomorrow to kind of see what's the best way for him to work through it.
To see if he can catch and how he can catch.
Yeah. Yep. So we anticipate him playing, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
He had a heck of a first half, and then obviously because that thumb was not effective.
Well, he missed a little bit of stuff there for a little while, and then, like I said, came back in and played pretty good after the injury as well.
Talk about how your offensive line is evolving and what you expect from USC's pressure and defensive line.
Yeah, it'll be a challenge. I mean, their front's the strength of their defense. They're, they've got a bunch of good players. They play, some different people, rotate them through, do a pretty good job keeping them fresh. They've got, they're big inside. They really do a nice job using their hands. That's the impressive thing about them is they really, get off blocks well, use their hands well. They have speed on the ends, and so they're a good combination between power inside and speed on the outside.
Is one of the things about the way you play is that you hope that your tempo can
well,
down?
That's the idea. Is you'd like to think that if you're moving the ball well enough that as you start to move the ball, you can get into some drives and wear them down a little bit. That hadn't always been the case for us this year. We haven't probably executed as well as we need to allow us to have a lot of sustained drives. But at times we've been able to do that, and and again, that's kind of been a part of our inconsistency.
How much of a risk did you consider it when you made the change in the offensive line a week or so ago with 2 new starters?
Well, it felt like
that deep into the season.
Yeah, it felt like it was something we needed to do. I mean, just at the time, we felt like we needed a change, and would just give us, trying to get our best 5 is what we're always trying to do, and the guys that are playing the best. And so that was the idea: is put the best 5 of them out there, and there's going to be some growing pains, but it's a group we think we can bring along and continue to improve and grow with, and I think it's paid some dividends for us.
You haven't subbed much on the line typically in games,
not a ton. We have a little bit at times, but not a lot. We're hoping as Freddie learns the position a little bit more, he'll become more of a factor at the guard spot. He's practiced better this week. He's feeling more comfortable, so I would think you might see him a little bit more guard.
What about Cochran?
He's working at tackle right now, and there's a possibility we might see him as well.
He didn't play at all last week, right?
No, I didn't play last week, and probably wasn't ready to. And I think he's more comfortable this week. It seems like he's moving better, more sure of himself. So hopefully he'll get some minutes.
To use the same group though, the same starting 5.
Yeah, it's the same starting 5, and like I said, hopefully with Freddie and Cochran, seeing some action.
I mean, those are 2 guys that obviously
have
two
played
big parts of your deal early on. Do you expect them at some point to work their way into those kinds of roles again?
That's the idea. I mean, we'd like for him to. Yeah, I mean, Cochran's coming off of an injury, and Freddie's moving to a new position. There's always a little bit of a transition, but I would anticipate both of them getting more minutes.
What was your practice today, just in terms of the
it was good.
atmosphere?
Yeah, it was good. I thought we practiced hard. I mean, this team has done that all year. I mean, it's you kind of walk out here days and you think, we haven't been particularly successful this year, and you kind of think, boy, today's going to be one of those days we're going to have to jump start them. And they come out here and they work hard every day, and they get better. And so, I mean, I've been really impressed with their attitude and work ethic. And, we've said it all year. It's, it hadn't necessarily shown up on Saturdays.
Yeah.
But this group's practiced really hard and continue to do so.
Saying starting the best 5 on the line. The other day you said something about starting you want your best 4 receivers out there regardless of what their position is, whether they're traditionally inside or outside guys. Who would you say is your group of best 4?
Well, I think when everybody's healthy, probably Richard at Y, probably Lawler at Z, there's obviously Treggs at X, and then Harper probably just one of those spots, either at Z or at H. And
I feel like you can use him at either.
Yeah, he's bounced around, kind of played both those positions at times during the year. So, we can go with some different combinations. And then, we're trying to develop Bigelow at that H spot a little bit as well. So, you know, if Harper's playing H, Bigelow may play a little bit more, or Bigelow may not play as much. If Harper plays Z, Bigelow will play a little bit more H.
Is Lawler a revelation that he could do what he did, or was?
Well, you know, we saw it all spring. You know, I kind of walked out of spring practice thinking he was, you know, as good as anybody we had, and then, you know, hit a little bit of the freshman funk that guys have a tendency to hit, and was streaky. You know, performed well at times and would disappear at other times, but I think is, you know, learning how to work and maturing more and more, and obviously showed what he's capable of doing on Saturday.
I mean, Coach Likens the other day kind of treated it like a no-hitter, like just don't talk about it, don't talk about Lawler. He's having a good day, don't talk about it.
Yes. Yeah, you know, he played well, and like I said, he's kind of shown us that at times, and so we just got to try to keep him consistent.
And he's shown that a little bit more this week.
Yeah, he has. I think it's just part of a maturation process, you know, just kind of understanding what it takes and what our expectations are.
Turning on the light.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see how it works out Saturday.
So I suppose you guys are not wearing any sort of Joe Roth throwback uniforms on Saturday?
No uniforms. No, just going to go with the same stuff we normally do. Yeah, I like those throwback uniforms. Those are pretty sharp.
Have you seen those from that year?
I have. Yeah,
Kinda
I like
funky,
them.
huh?
Yeah, they are. I thought it's funny. It looks like a Canadian football team. It looks like the Edmonton
Like
Eskimos.
a Roaring
or something.
20s or something.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
The Joe Roth throwback.
From '75?
Yeah, they had the striped
Remember they had
socks
those a couple of that year.
07.
They had the C on the.
Pretty cool.
helmet.
I thought they were sharp looking uniforms.
Could we see those again at some
Yeah,
point
I
down
would
the
say
road?
at some point down the road you might see those. Not this year though.
All right.
Okay. Thank you guys. Okay, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Ted.